everyone, and welcome back to Oddmod 7 to the Sky. In the last episode, we head over into the end, and we set up a void ore miner, and what that guy is actually getting us is unobtainium, and he's getting us a pretty decent amount. We've already got, what, 32 pieces? That's pretty good. So we've got all the unobtainium flowing into the system. The main reason we wanted that is actually to get our hands on one of these, an infinity range booster. So that's sort of what we're going to be working towards today, hopefully. We'll see how difficult it is to get. A few other things we need to do. One is, arguably, we need to set up a proper teleporter into the end, because we tried using, I don't know if we see it. Oh yeah, it was over here. We had a teleporter from Ars Nouveau, or Ars Nouveau, however it's pronounced, and it wouldn't travel across dimensions, or at least the one I set up wouldn't. So that didn't work, which means we still have to use the cake currently. We should probably set up a proper teleporter. So we'll probably try to do that later this episode. We'll see if we can. But my main thing is I want to get my hands on this infinity range booster, and then potentially the dimensional card if we can afford it. We don't have nether stars, so we can't really afford it, but we can at least get this one, and this will save us a lot of effort now and in the long run. So to begin with, if we open this up, we currently have netherite. That's what we have. So we'll need at least one unobtainium ore, and I know that we can probably duplicate it or something. I mean, I guess we should. At the very least, we'll use one of those ore hammers, Why not? Why not? Might as well. I know there's better ways to go about doing that, but we'll just send that away, let it do its thing, and we'll have some ores. Oh, actually, I don't think it will, because I'm pretty sure I need to add a whitelist there. Unless, did I whitelist every dust? I must have, because, oh, wait. Do I have it set up to go over here? I don't. I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how that worked. I'm guessing it went into this guy over here, and then I'm guessing this guy... Yeah, here we go. We have the forged dust restricted, so that must include the unobtainium. Awesome. Anyway, cool. So now, in terms of this recipe, we can get everything except for the wireless boosters and the enderium plates, or whatever. So the wireless boosters, these guys are actually quite doable indeed, so we'll order one of those. That shouldn't take too long. Yep, it's already done. And now we have, I believe, the 2 wireless boosters we need. So if we go back to this... Oh, we need one more. Okay, that's fine. We can arrange for it. It can happen. So we'll order this guy. There we go. So now we have all of those, right? All that's left now are these 2 plates. Now, to get our hands on these, we'll obviously need the ingots. We'll have a quick look through to see if there's like a different way to make them, but it seems pretty straightforward. The ingots themselves, we might need to make the dust, unless we make some sort of alloying setup, I imagine. For example, an induction smelter, we can combine some stuff, so maybe we might do that. The other option is probably alloying it in our smeltery. That would be with molten ender, platinum, and lead. So, I mean, it's another option. We could do that. Or we can get our hands on the dust. And I'll be honest, probably a lot easier to do. For example, I reckon we can probably bookmark lead and bookmark platinum and just make the dust. You know what I mean? Using pretty much this recipe here. Yeah, we'll just use this one. Why not? Do I want a pattern, or do I just want to make it manually? Let's just make it manually. I'll get a stack of lead dust, and then we'll get a stack of platinum dust, although it looks like we don't have any platinum, so maybe we should get some of that made. Platinum. Which one's platinum? Platinum? Oh, you know what? Platinum might actually be over in one of these guys over here. Yeah, here we've got the platinum, and as you can see, yeah, we've got a decent amount. So we'll chuck all that stuff in there, get a stack of platinum, and we'll go chuck this. I was going to say chuck it into the system, but we can probably get away with doing this, right? And that'll craft us a stack? Yeah. There we go. Easy. So now we can make the enderium dust. It's going to use some ender pearls. In terms of how much we need, I don't really care. I'm going to make a stack of it. And so then this stuff, all it needs to do is, I guess, get smelted. So we can probably bulk smelt it by chucking it in there. And hopefully, in a short amount of time, hopefully, it'll show up in here in ingot form. And then we'll just manually craft it together into the plates using an ore hammer again, because why not, I guess. So hopefully that smelts. We might be waiting on something else smelting. I don't really know what our current setup is. But yeah, that job's pretty much done, I would imagine. So there is another issue, right? Another like third problem in the wind, right? And that is the base, the visuals of the base. I mean, functionally, it's doing pretty good. We've got our different areas, somewhat spaced out for the most part. I think Realistically, this area is sort of the only spaced out part as well as like our middle part. The rest, I guess this as well, but like this part here, it's a bit messy. It's like a combination of a few different things, whereas it should probably be like spaced out. And this over here is pretty much the same thing, just a mess. And then, I don't know, there's a lot of mess going on. I do agree, we need to make things look better. Under here is messy. Under here will probably always be messy. I'm probably not going to try and make that look any better than it currently does. But up here, we can probably do some work. I'm thinking for starters, what I want to do, if we find the time to do it, is I'll move this setup up here somewhere else. Because now that we have like wireless transmission of items using QIO drives, they're very good for moving stuff, I've realized. We can move this pretty much anywhere we want, and it won't matter. So I'd love to remove it from here, probably rip apart this roof and make like a new structure around this thing just to, I don't know, just to encase it, make it look a little bit nicer than what it currently does. And I think that'll be a good start. So in terms of the to-do list, we'll make these plates, which I think we can pretty much do right now. And then, yeah, well, actually, here. There we go. That's that problem solved. Infinity range booster. Okay, so what do we do with this guy? Well, I believe all we need to do is hop down here, open this guy up. He currently uses 8, I think, RF a tick. I'm not sure how the math works on that. I guess we can cycle it. Hold on. So what are we looking at? Channel passive drain is 17 AE per tick, which is the same as 34 RF per tick. So AE is worth 2 times RF, meaning this guy here is currently using 16 RF per tick. So 16 redstone flux, which is what we're sort of using everywhere else. Which means if I put this guy in, the range is pretty much the same, but we're using one tiny little extra little bit of energy. So that sounds good in my books. So the benefit of this is everywhere else that we currently have an infinite, a range booster set up, or a wireless access point or whatever, we no longer need it. We can pick it up, and that does a number of things. One is obviously, I mean, that's handy, but the other thing is it saves us an extra channel because they obviously use it up. So we've picked this guy up, so there's now no range access point over here, but I can still open the system. How cool is that? So we'll probably want to do the same pretty much anywhere else that we have these boosters set up. I think most of them are underground. I think I just like slap them onto this like chain. Although with that being said, I do not see the one over here. Oh, we've got one over here as well. So I'll just pick them up as we find them, sort of thing. Because for the most part, we're pretty good. We're pretty good in terms of like both channels and in terms of everything else. So let me sleep, right? Get rid of this rain. I think then we'll try and do the teleporters. We'll set that up just to get it out of the way. It should be pretty easy. I think I'm just going to go with RF tools teleporters. So that's going to be the transmitters and the receivers. So matter transmitter, receiver. It's going to be there we go. Receiver. And then we also need a dialing device, this guy here. So these are the 3 things we'll need. In terms of the rest of this junk here, I think we can just get rid of it, just to like clear up our visuals so that we're not overwhelmed, I guess. Now these guys as well, to be honest, I kind of want to make patterns for them because we're probably going to craft them reasonably often, I would imagine. So just going to grab all these recipes out here and then let the machines do all the crafting for us. As you can see, pretty straightforward. I don't know if we have redstone torches as a recipe. Redstone torches, no we don't. Awesome, now we do. So I think, oh, these were almost full. Boom, 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 perfect. So, all right, what do we need? Well, we obviously need a transmitter to and from, so we'll get 2 of these guys, one to send me into the end and one to send me back into the overworld, so we'll get 2 of those. Crafted pretty much instantly. We can probably do at RF, that'll probably be easier. We'll need 2 matter receivers, once again, one to receive me on this end and one to receive me in the end. And then finally, we're going to need, I think you can get away with 1 dialing device, but we might as well just get 2, 1 on each side just to make sure that we've got everything covered. And then finally, the other piece of ingredient that we need here is going to be ender gates to actually power these because they do need power. So they don't need to be crazy ender gates, to be completely honest, so we can probably get away with using some of these, you know, lower tier ones that don't power as much. And 4 is almost enough, to be honest. I think we want 1 for the dialing device too, so we'll quickly make another one. Why not? Oh, but that would be assuming we have power, but we don't have power. Why don't we have power? We're generating 9,000 RF per tick. The uraninite, the dry ice, the redstone, everything's functioning, it's just all being used up. I mean, look, I don't think that our wireless access point is doing all that, like our infinite booster. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it is. But that is very interesting. We're clearly using all the power. So we do need to work on power. Maybe we do the turbine stuff. I'll be honest, I don't think we do it this episode, even if we were to do it. I'm still a little bit confused though. Hey, I'll tell you what. At the very least, we can just pull this apart for now, just to like get that thing crafted. And then we can, slap this back on to make sure everything else is running. So let me just quickly get this made. There we go, grab that. And I'm going to go set this up because why not? In terms of the teleporters and where we want to put them, I don't really know. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm trying to think visually as well. I can't think of a way to do this visually well. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be ugly no matter how I do this. Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to think of how we do this. You know what? This sifting room, we're not using. You know what I mean? It's not being used, so I'm going to rip this apart. I'm going to pick up the merchant. We can put him somewhere else, or the market or whatever. This guy can, I don't know, he can sit there, sure. He should fall from the sky. It's quite entertaining to watch. Pow. Who do we have? Emerald Muncher, same guy. So yeah, this room, I reckon we transform this into our, I don't know, our wireless room, right? So, for starters, where do we want to spawn in? The symmetry and stuff of this entire base everything's off. It's quite ugly. I will agree there. All right, let's place a receiver. That'll be fine. That's good. Inside here, we're going to have the transmitters. So the transmitters, for starters, we'll have one here. There we go. The dialing device. This guy can sit here for now. That should be fine. We will have to power them, and we'll probably do that from below, so that should be fine. And we can also name these. So I'm going to open this guy. This guy, I believe I want to call end, because obviously it's going to go to the end. So now it's called end. This one over here, I want to call home base. There we go. So now we'll be sending, from the end to the home base. That makes sense. And now all we need to do, I believe, is go into here and power them up. So give this guy power. There we go. And then we give this guy power. And they should hopefully be covered, assuming we have power going in the system. I'm still not too sure on our power department. It does look like they're charging up, so looks like we're good. So far, so good. This guy will need power, but at the moment, I mean, he's not really connected to anything, so it doesn't really matter, but we can keep him powered. The next thing we want to do is jump ship into the end. That might be the last of our KQs, so hopefully we have everything we require. We can fly up here. We did set up a teleporter that leads to our stuff. So over here. So that guy works pretty well. And what we can do, before we get ripped to shreds by one of these bosses that spawn, like that phantom over there, we can quickly place a matter receiver. This guy is going to be called end. We'll do that. He won't need a dialing device, but our transmitter will. And I guess I can place the transmitter on this side. You know what I mean? Is that weird? I guess it is a bit weird because this guy, realistically, we probably want to rip him up. But let's just place it over here. So I'm going to rip this up, play a transmitter, and then we'll place down our dialing device. So now to power this stuff up. Give this guy power. You can place it on top, but it can obstruct like the teleporting, so you kind of don't want to. You know what I mean? And if we want this to look nice, we will have to go just below it. But that's fine. It's not the end of the world, believe it or not. So what do we have? This guy is called end. Perfect. This guy is going to be called home base. So now we just link them up. So for example, home base we have selected. Then we click on the other home base and we click dial. And now it's a bit spooky. We can turn that off if we want because it does look a little bit spooky. But now we can stand on it. And as you can see, we can teleport right back to the home base teleporter. And then this dialing device over here, we can do the exact same thing. The end one connected to end, dial. And now we can go back and forth even if we didn't have that end cake. So how cool is that? And you spawn right on your matted receiver. Works perfectly. So a little bit laggy as we go back and forth, so I do apologize. This normally doesn't look as gross, but obviously the shaders we're using currently isn't too compatible. I honestly haven't looked to see if they've updated the shaders in a long time, so it's possible half this stuff's fixed and I've just like missed out on it, you know what I mean? But we'll just hide it for now. The shaders, by the way, that I'm using are over-imagined shaders. Okay, so where to go from here? Well, for starters, our silkworms might be cooked, or they might not be. Oh, you know what? I smelted them instead of like cooking them. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, hold on. Can this be silkwormed? It can. I'm gonna let this silkworm this tree because I need more food, and we currently use silkworm as our food because it's you know, it doesn't really matter, I guess. All right, the silkworms go on this this spot here, and they should hopefully cook nice and beautifully. And that thing, as you can see, it infests pretty quickly. So teleporters done. How cool is that? We've pretty much done the two things we wanted to do. So we're sort of left with the tricky part, which is making at least one part of this base not look as horrendous as it currently does. I'll be honest, don't know if it's possible. We will try, but I genuinely don't know how well it's going to go. I'm still just waiting on my silkworms. Okay, well, for starters, we need to place this stuff somewhere else, and I reckon we build a new platform for it, or we do it over here where we've currently already got like some other stuff set up. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's just, it's going to look ugly. Like, to be honest, this thing here, we're not currently using it, are we? This thing has no recipes. We can pick this up. Listen, it's going to be a bit sad to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because we don't need it. We're done. We're finished here. So I'm going to rip this part up and awesome. Yeah, here we go. Okay, just like that, we've picked everything up. We've made a pretty decent mess, but that should be fine. We can put all this stuff away because all of our patterns are now being crafted in that one lazier one that we made over here. The circuit etcher. This guy does all of them and he does them way faster than we currently do. It's honestly, it's amazing. It's phenomenal. So we don't need that setup and the setup's gone. What that means is we now have a lot more, what do you call it? A lot more room on this little island that we were making. So we can fill up the gaps. That is not the right stone. All right, but yeah, we can fill up the gaps. And we can also, I think we can pick up this thing. I don't entirely remember what this was, but it didn't really work, to be completely honest, from memory. I think it almost worked, and then, like, it just didn't. Do we have a wrench? No, we need to be keeping the integrated dynamics wrench. Honestly, just on us, because it does everything that this wrench does, but also it picks up this stuff. Let's get rid of that. Alrighty, so now this is cleaned up, and this island here, or at least, you know, this section, it's a lot more reasonable, at least in my opinion. I think there's a few things we need to do, right? Well, here's an issue, right? I really enjoy seeing, I guess, part of like what you're building. You know what I mean? So like from this angle, this actually isn't too bad of a design. You know what I mean? Like if we walled it up and stuff, I think it would look pretty good. The problem is it's kind of a bit weird from at very least this angle. You know what I mean? And even then we've got this guy here and he's not set up. Like what I could do, right, is I could just box this off, put a box over it or something, and then just have the chest like pipe out over here. You know what I mean? Like we don't even have to see it. But then it's like, what's the point of, I don't know, what's the point of it if you can't see it? You know what I mean? Like I really enjoy walking through here and seeing all these machines and all that stuff. So I want a mix of it. I'll tell you what though, I do think we need to move all this stuff pretty much over there. For the most part, we can just pick the stuff up, which is pretty cool, to be completely honest. I quite enjoy being able to do that. But then we still have the issue of, I don't know how to make it not look hideous. But we'll try. We'll try. I'll tell you that much. We'll definitely try. So I'm going to pick this stuff up. We'll move it over here. I don't think... Yeah, they're sort of facing not the way I want them to, right? I kind of want them to... Yeah, okay. So I want them to be like this. Because now it's going to go cobble to gravel to whatever. And of course, we need to sleep. I should honestly work towards the setup we have in Mod 7 for skipping nighttime. Because it works pretty well. So yeah, okay, I will move this stuff at least off the roof. I'll make sure that it still works. And then we'll try and make things not look hideous. Also, our silkworms never made it here. I'm not entirely sure why. Are they still currently on here? They are. I'm not too sure. What's going on down here? Do we not have silkworms? Filter mode blacklist. Maybe I want it to be a whitelist and I want to add cooked silkworms. That might do the trick. But anyhow, we have these. I can put them in our backpack, which auto feeds us, and then hopefully we won't die from the small little fall damage we keep taking. But as you can see, this is going pretty well in terms of moving the stuff, in terms of picking these up and placing them. It's going well. So we've got our gravel, we have our sand, we have our dust. Perfect. Wonderful. In terms of the power, I was thinking, can I do this? I can. It kind of looks ugly. Kind of looks ugly, I say, as if it's not the most ugliest thing you've ever seen. But, I mean, it works. So, I guess. I don't know. Is it too ugly? I don't think it is. here's what the plan was. The plan was do this, and then, yeah. And then, I don't know, it should maybe look a little nicer. So for example, I should be able to do this. Let's disconnect these pipes just so it, looks nice. Open up this again, and these should fill up with cobble, or at least they should still be filled up with cobble, which they appear to be. They all still have their upgrades in them, so in theory, this guy should at least be working, right? 56. Do I have anything? Or do they output... I don't know if they output him... They should output in front, right? Why is this guy not doing anything? That's my confusion. He's missing inventory on output side. Oh, were they actually facing the right way before? Is that what they're meant to do? Yeah, okay. So I just need to spin them all around. That is my bad. I thought yeah, okay. It's fine. I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty simple process. Okay, so here we go. Now we've got like gravel flowing, right? Yeah. Okay, wonderful. I can put the power back on. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Remain calm. Okay, so from here, what do we want to do with this? We have a few options, to be completely honest. I keep saying completely honest because I'm being completely honest. I'm sorry. I don't know how to stop it. There's a few options, right? One is we store all of the sand and gravel and dust and whatnot. We can store it in QIO drive if we want. We could store it in the chest. We could store them in drawers, right? Then we can access those drawers via our system and have the actual process of crafting be done using, our ME cables. The alternative is we just do that from here, right? Before it even gets to the system. Both of those ideas have their benefits and their negatives, I believe. Yeah. So, what do we do? I mean, we had a few drawers that were up here, and the drawers are now down here, and they worked pretty well. They did what they were meant to do. I reckon I kind of want to keep them, or at least keep, like, some of them here. This thing I think we want to move as well. Hold on. Let's pick you up. I am going to place you, like, over here, I think. And over here, this chest, which arguably should be doing nothing at this point. I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to pick you up, and I'm just going to sort of try to clean this as much as I can. That should be fine. Yeah, here's the thing. Do I want to keep using the backpack? The backpack scares me a bit because I keep hearing stories about how dangerous it is. So I'm a little bit scared of the backpack, so we might ditch the backpack. We'll see what we do. So I'm going to place this cable here. I'm going to try to get my hands on another storage bus. So we'll grab this guy. And what I want this guy to do is I want him to hold, I want to have the sand, the dust, and the gravel still in this form. So, for example, this double drawer, I don't want. I just want a singular drawer. And he's probably going to go here, right? Because I think it's like gravel, sand, dust, right? So this could be, that, for example. So that should work. Did the storage bus? Yeah, the storage bus is made. Awesome. So I can slap this guy into here. Now, in terms of their configuration, I think all I really need to do is just partition the storage to say that this guy has dust. Okay, well in that case I actually want to place him over one. I want to have you here. Okay, so you go there, and then let's set you up to be. Give me a second. Set you up to be dust. Let's clear your configuration. I don't think any of these drawers have what we want, so we're probably gonna have to make a new one, but that should be fine. Yeah, you've got a little bit of redstone. Here we go. You've probably... No, you're both good. Oh, you're just not locked. That's fine. I believe we can lock you. There we go. Now you're locked. Awesome. I'm messing up all my keybinds. So, what do I want here? I want sand and I want gravel. Boom, boom. Gravel and sand. Awesome. We can pick these guys back up. And then we can place them gravel and sand. And then we can hop onto here and do that exact same thing. So partition it so that it can only have sand, and partition this guy to only have gravel. And that's pretty good. Now, these guys as well, what we probably want to do is increase their priority by like 1,000. That way, you know what? Let's go like 10,000, right? The reason I'm doing this is because, they only have one type of item in them, and I want them to be both the source of that item and like, I think, yeah, just both of it. Insertion, higher priority first. So I guess it'll be inserted first, but it won't be extracted first, which I guess doesn't really matter too much. Regardless though, this should now look slightly better, right? This looks nice. Obviously these pipes, I don't really know what they're doing, but we can pick them up. All right, so this system sort of works, right? This will store all of that stuff. The question is, I guess, how do we get our resources into them over there. To be honest, we could do the ender drawers. That's actually, honestly, a really good idea. And I think we should just do this. So if I grab 3 of these chests and turn them into drawers, I think it works genuinely, like, perfectly. And I know we're going to use up a drawer that has a bunch of silicon in it. Or at least I think we were, but I don't really care too much. Hold on. I think we've got a better solution here. I genuinely think that. We go drawer, drawer, drawer. Oh, and I need 3 more, right? Because we obviously need some on the other side. So we do this, grab these out. We're going to need more drawers. All right, I just spent a lot of our drawers, like even the ones on us, so that was a little bit embarrassing. But over here, I think I want to turn these into drawers. I'll tell you what, let's just move them temporarily just so that, you know, we don't make too much of a mess. But I'm going to go drawer, drawer, and drawer. Currently, they do have stuff in them. And then how do I link them up? What does it say? It doesn't say anything there. We might use one of these, like an actual linking tool. Is that what it says? Yeah, left click and enter drawer to store its frequency, and then I imagine I right click it. So, linking tool I believe we need. I don't think we have one. No, it doesn't look like we have one, so we'll have to craft one, but that should be fine. Just need a little bit of paper. Sugarcane, we've got plenty of that. There we go. Linking tool, wonderful. So I'm going to left click this guy, and I'm going to right click him. That's dust, I believe. So here I want to go there. Here I want to go there. And then we're going to left click this guy to store it. And he's going to go here. And then we're going to left click this guy. And he is going to go here. How cool is that? And as you can see, they should be filling up. Yep, awesome. They're filling up. Beautiful. This linking tool, I kind of want to just like remove his thing. Can I do, there we go. Remove that frequency. Chuck that in storage. And now we're good. So all of this junk that we have, what we can do is I can just break it and then store it all in there. And as you can see, that stores it all away quite nicely. I think we can just do this. So I'll break you. Once again, spam right click a little bit there. Spam right click a little bit there. There we go. Everything's stored away. Beautiful. The other cool thing is, these guys here, we can put in some utility upgrades. For example, we could void the extra stuff going into them if we wanted to. I don't necessarily think we need to, but it's an option. I don't think we can put storage upgrades. I mean, it's not really looking like that, right? Like the normal drawers, I don't know if we have any normal ones lying around anymore. But the normal drawers, if we happen to, yeah. These guys have utility and storage. Storage obviously increases, well, the storage. So that's a little bit unfortunate. But it's, you know, it's pretty good. It's wireless, I guess. So next up is this guy here, the flux sieve. This guy, obviously, we got a little bit of power. Now we need to put stuff into him and then take stuff out of him. So here's what I'm thinking. First of all, QIO, what do we have here? We have the dashboard, we have the importer, exporter, and we have a redstone adapter. What does this guy actually do? Used to monitor your QIO system's contents. I kind of want to make one of these just to see what it does, because I don't actually know how it works, to be completely honest. Well, once again, I caught it. I caught it too late, though. What was I going to say? I was going to say, we might be able to like monitor specific items within the system. I don't really know how this works, but we'll have a look. Open it up. Frequency, storage 1, set. And then we go back here. Item type, unidentified. And then the trigger count. So what we can actually, oh my god, you can actually do some really cool stuff here. Yeah, okay. I'm just trying to think in my brain the easiest way or like how we can actually make use of this. Because what this essentially lets us do is I could monitor, for example, gravel, I believe. I could monitor gravel and I could say, hey, output a redstone signal when you reach 200. So when our system fills up with 200, it would output a redstone signal, which would like, you know, turn off the machine making gravel. That's really cool. I like this guy. Because that would allow us to store the stuff in our QIO drive. And then the benefit of that is that we could just have the stuff export and import into this flux sieve, I think, a lot easier. Do we want to do that? Hold on. Let's try something else. Let's get the Qio Importer. So let's order this stuff. We might need to replan some of these. That should be fine. By the way, we should actually have some of this kept in our system. I mean, like, we might as well. This stuff, by the way, we should probably keep on. Let's go ahead and do that. And this guy over here, let's have it keep a Qio importer and a Qio exporter, and sure, a redstone adapter. Why not? I mean, why not? Why not? What are they going to do? Who's going to stop me? So yeah, we'll see how that stuff goes, I guess. There's going to be a lot of stuff crafting, I imagine. Qio exporter. And we were trying to make an importer, right? All right, so this importer, we can set the frequency, right? We can connect just to make sure everything's hooked up. And what are my options? We can have it redstone controlled. This is exactly what we want. So then the question would be, how do I attach this redstone adapter to the Qio? Do you think this works? Hey, I'll tell you what. I reckon there's one way to find out. So I'm going to slap this importer here. I don't think it'll import until we add a filter to it. No, it actually is importing. Turn that off. Okay, it won't import anymore. Perfect. I'm going to place this guy on top. I'm going to open him up. I'm going to say normal, meaning if it has redstone, import. Okay. And now if we remove the filter, or the need for a filter, as you can see, it's still not emptying into our Qio drive. Okay. And then this guy, we're going to set this to, how much do we want in our system? Realistically, how much do we want in here? If I search, what are we doing? Dust currently? I reckon 1,000 dust is probably a good amount. How much can we store again? We can store a pretty crazy amount. Like if I wanted to, we could just do 10,000. I think that's a pretty, honestly, a safe number. You know what? We'll do 1,000 just to test to begin with. So I'll open this up. I'm going to say 1,000 is the trigger count. And then we're going to change it to be dust in here. So I'm going to grab the dust and switch that over. Okay. So when we have 1,000 dust, redstone will be outputted. Now at the moment it's doing nothing because obviously we don't have that much. So there's no redstone being outputted, right? Makes sense. But if we change this to be inverted, now it should be importing into the system. As you can see, the number's going down. And then this reaches 1,000. And look, the stored amount in our system is 1,024. It's got over 1,000. So it's outputting redstone signal, which is stopping this guy from running. How cool is that? And so it's not doing anything. It's really cool. Visually, this sort of combination, it doesn't fit well, but which is a little bit weird because I would have thought that was the point of it, to like utilize both of these at once. But it looks odd because they don't connect at all and there's no like interaction. So I don't know. I think that would be a cool thing to add. Anyhow, what we can do next is we can grab the Qio exporter. We can slap this guy onto here, right? So for example, sure, he can go on this side. Export without filter off. New filter. Can I just shift click in? Nope, new filter. Item stack. Dust. And then save. So now this guy should, in theory, output dust. How cool is that? So there we go. We've got dust going in. Now, I see the issue of that's a lot of dust. That's not how much dust we want. So how do we solve this, you might be wondering? To be honest, there's quite a few ways to do it. I think we can do it using this stuff here. If I were to grab... no, I don't really know how to do it then. Dashboard, drive array... Yeah, this doesn't really get the job done. Unless, we can try something. If I add gravel to the mix... it's got a priority, doesn't it? See, it's got like a move up and move down stuff. Okay. Unless I... can I like add gravel to this? No. Okay. Hold on. In the tags, do we have like a... I reckon I know what we want. I reckon we delete this, new filter, tag, and we want this. We want ex nihilo sequential. So when I press U, it's looking up the recipe. Hold on. Sequentia, there we go. Sequentia, dust. Dust. I think this is what we want. Assuming I spelled that right. I might not have. It's definitely possible, but I think I did. No matching targets, really. Hold on. Sequentia. Oh, sorry. No, that's not. This item is dust. That's not a tag. That's the actual like item name. If I wanted a tag, I'd want one of these below here. And what I would want would be like siftable. But I don't know if there's like a siftable tag. All right, so I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how we go about doing this. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Because this guy can have anything in him, right? Yeah, he's not like limited in that aspect. Unlucky. Another thing we do need to do, at the very least, is place like a chest for the stuff to go into. Like that's just the thing we have to do. But yeah, I sadly don't know how we go about doing this easily. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I've stumped myself. How do I mean, alternatively, we set up multiple sieves, one for dust, one for gravel, one for sand. That works too. You know, there's no real, I guess, issue doing that. How do I spell sieve? I always spell it wrong. Did I just spell it the same way right twice? I did. Flux sieve. Let's grab another one if it'll let us. It looks like it will. Flux sieve. Here we go. Yeah, we've got 2 more chests. Might as well. So we're going to place these here and here. Place this guy down here. And place this guy down here. Okay. Nice. So we've got these. We'll have to make more upgrades, but that'll be fine. In fact, none of them appear to have upgrades at the moment. I think I've got them on me. Which means, actually, we can do 1 in each. Yay! Okay, so I think, yeah, I think we just do what we were doing before. So we just slap the Qio exporter on top, hook him up, and we add a new filter item stack, and I say, hey, fill this guy up with dust. And then it fills it up with dust. Beautiful. We can top it off a bit as well. The rest of the dust we can chuck in there. Cool. And I just do this same system for all of them, and I think we're good if we do that. I don't think we'll run into too many issues. And then all we need to do is provide power, which we can do on the front. Why not? And then the last thing we'll need is the Qio Importer on the back, which will obviously put the stuff into the system. So Qio Importer, we can slap this guy on the back, set the frequency to this guy, and that's on. And now we are storing everything that it creates. Now, there is an issue with this. The issue is, that means this guy's going to fill up instead of this guy. And this guy could store a lot, as you can see. He could store 64,000 in a single spot. Currently, I don't know if we can see the specific amount that we're storing, but it's a crazy amount. And I'm not sure whether we just keep sending the stuff into this backpack or not. I'm not too sure what our play is here. Now, to be honest, we might be... to be honest again, I keep doing it. We might have a little bit of a loophole here. If I grab another Qio exporter, we're going to have to order this stuff. Yep, you're upset, yep. By the way, the stuff here that I tried to do didn't really work. I think I need to submit them. I think I need to like tell them like, hey, you need to be making this stuff. And then maybe it'll make it. I don't really know. I almost feel like this stuff's just not working, right? Because like, it should be making all this stuff, Qio, and it's just not. Importer, exporter. You know what? I don't have the recipes for them. That'll do it. That'll definitely do it. Hold on. That makes a lot of sense. That adds up a lot. Pattern. There we go. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So, what's this? Redstone Importer, Exporter. Okay. Listen. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I think we're gonna need a pattern importer. I'm pretty sure we used it up. The last one we had. Slap this guy in the back. Does this guy have acceleration cards? He does. So he's nice and fast. These can go in there. So now it should actually order that stuff that we obviously wanted. I would imagine. Yeah, we've got some stuff coming in. Awesome. Nice. That's good to see. By the way, we are still having power woes. And I'm still not entirely sure why. Like, I get that we're using a lot of power, but I don't know what specifically is using it. And I guess that's one of the issues with power, is it's hard to track down where the power is going. What I'm thinking is, we have a second network for our controller, because I feel like the controller, I don't know. I feel like this guy's using all the power, but he clearly isn't. You know what it is? Yeah, we completely forgot to fix all this stuff. This stuff actually uses a lot of power over here. Like a lot, as you can potentially see. If we're smart about this, what we should do is set all of these to be on channel 2, which means they're not going to do anything. But that's sort of the point. We'll have to set up a second power gen for this guy to receive power on this channel 2 network. So that we can just keep it separate. Because if this is going to use a lot of power, I don't want it messing up our everything, I guess. So we'll go over here, set all these up. Sort of like, I guess, temporarily disconnecting them. This guy as well. There we go. So I think we're good now, at least in terms of things using our power over here. This stuff will still use power, but it's fine. It wasn't using much to begin with. So This thing should be running again. Yep, everything's running. Awesome. Qio, we've got stuff crafted. That's looking good. So what do I want? I want importer and redstone adapter. And that's sort of what I want non-stop. Importer, redstone adapter. So importer will go here. I want him to be off. Don't import without a filter. Set him to here. Set him to be inverted. And then redstone adapter on top. This guy's going to be for sand. So we put sand in. And once again, let's have that be 1000 sand in the system. And the frequency, of course, is storage 1. So we can see currently we've got this much in it. If I go ahead and turn this off now, we can see how much we have. It's filling up. And once again, it should get to 100 and then cut off. Or 1000, sorry, and cut off. Let's see. Cool. Perfect. It stopped. So we want to do the exact same thing again. So an importer and redstone adapter. Place this guy down. Make sure that we turn him off. We can set him onto the network. That doesn't really matter. Make sure he's inverted. This guy's inverted too. Yep, inverted. The adapter can go on to here, if I can figure out how we did it last time. This guy, once again, will be 1000. That was gravel, right? Which I think I grabbed. Gravel. Go in here. Storage 1. Currently, we have 161. I'm going to remove this. We can watch it fill up again. Just make sure that it works the first time, and then it should work forever, hopefully. And let's see. Yep, perfect. It went past 1000 and it's cut off. But that means our storage over here won't just fill up drastically forever. Okay. Then over here, what do we want to do? We have exporters and then importers, right? And they don't really have any filter. Oh yeah, this guy has a filter. Okay, so we're going to want exporters and importers. So importers will go on the back and yeah, they don't have any filtering at all. So these guys will literally just be output everything into the system. The top guy will obviously need a filter. And this guy was doing dust, which means this guy can do sand. So we'll do filter, item stack, sand, save, set him up to be storage 1. And we should see this guy filling up with sand. Beautiful. While we are here, let's grab our ender gates out. Make sure these guys are powered up. Awesome. This should be working. Oh yeah, they need meshes as well. I actually kind of forgot about that. So this guy, for example, can get a mesh. And then we should actually see stuff happening. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Nice. That's all we need to see. So once again, let's go QIO. None of these have crafted. That's a problem. Why haven't they crafted? They're currently idling. The requester is idling when the requested amount is already reached. There is no crafting pattern for this item, or if there's not enough ingredients to request more crafts. Okay. So the question would be, is there not enough? And there actually isn't. We don't have osmium. Awesome. So osmium, that should be a simple fix. Let's craft 1000 osmium. That should craft, and it should also be smelting all at once. So we'll give this guy a few seconds to kick into gear. We're going the right over here. Maybe? Alright, we've got something smelting. I don't know if that is osmium. I would imagine it is. It's a mixture of osmium and iron, it looks like. Sure. So we should actually have the QIO stuff crafting at some point. Oh, and we're also missing polonium. I sort of didn't realize that these guys used polonium, to be completely honest. Yeah, very much didn't realize that. Oh, this guy's also filling up quite a bit. Hold on. We need more fluorite dust. More fluorite dust. We have a decent amount. Let's go ahead and chuck that there. Awesome. We've got some more polonium being made. That's always a good sign. Are these guys full? No, they're not. Okay, nice. But I imagine this pipe's pretty full. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let me put these back in the system. That should hopefully allow that stuff to craft. So, yeah, I guess in order to do this, you'd need a decent amount of polonium. I didn't realize how much I was, I guess, mowing through, right? All right, so we want exporter and we want importer. Perfect. The exporter obviously is going to go up here. This guy is going to be set with a gravel filter. Save and hook it up to storage 1. That should fill this guy up with gravel. Wonderful. And then on the back, this guy just gets set up to this, and we should be good. Awesome. Nice. This thing's pretty much good. All that's left is obviously the meshes. Currently, we've got 2 iron meshes. These are probably what we're going to push all the way up. So they go from what? Iron to diamond? Do they really? Oh, they do. Cool. So 2 diamonds. These will go obviously into emeralds. These will go into netherite. Oh, so we actually need to grab these out. Grab a little bit of netherite. 1, 2 to be exact. And then a smithing table. Yep, over here. Boom, boom. Netherite meshes. Run back over here and slap these guys in here. So now these guys are running non-stop, right? We're getting a bunch of stuff. What this means is this guy currently is filling up, and he'll fill up really quickly. Like really, really quickly. So what do? Wow. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we get another Qio exporter, and we export all the pieces that can go into this backpack. So if I slap this guy here, right? At the moment, you know, it's fine how he is. What exactly do I want to do here? Is the question. I want to add a filter. One of them I do want to be like, here's an example. Hold on. Let's put this stuff away. Let me show you what I'm thinking here. Sort that a little bit. Get that stuff out. I want a nice and clean inventory. If you look at these pieces, they all share the tag X nihilo sequentia pieces. Okay? So if we grab that tag, we're good. All of the pieces should go in here. So for example, tag, and we type this in. So we do, I don't know if we need to do a hashtag, so we'll come back if we need to. X nihilo sequentia, let's do that, sequentia, colon, and what we want to do is just pieces. So I think I wrote pieces. I can't tell if there's an S there, to be honest. Oh, are we maxed out? No way are we maxed out. Oh, it looks like it worked though. There we go. So all the tags are here. So now, if I hook this guy up to storage 1, what we should see potentially are pieces flowing into here. And as you can see, I'm seeing a few numbers changing, so I'm pretty sure it is working. How cool is that? And what it should also mean is that if we were monitoring it at the time, this number should have been going down. And you can see it's sort of, yeah, I think it is going down a little bit. So that's good. Then all I need to do is add every single other type of item, right? So for example, the sky stone it doesn't have that tag, right? The flint, the salt, the cinnabar, the niter, literally all of these, everything that isn't a pieces needs to be going in here. So there is a lot, as you can see, but I think we're good. I think we're fine. I think we can do it. It's going to be a little bit tedious. In fact, there's a lot of stuff here. It's going to be very tedious, to say the least, but I do think it is worth it. All right, so is this the best way to do it? No. Is it going to work? I think so. Is there a better way to... Yeah, I don't really know where I'm going with this. All I know is that this is tedious, so I don't necessarily... I mean, I guess I recommend it. It seems to be going pretty good. Okay, that's not everything. It's all the way up to prismarine, so we made a pretty good progress, but there's obviously a little bit more we need to do. Now, another alternative I'm thinking about, which is... yeah, I think it was this prismarine shard. And another alternative that is arguably just as good would be to instead do, like process the ores before sending them over here, right? So turning the pieces into the raw ores and then even turning them into the ingots before they even go into this storage. That would probably be a good idea. This storage, by the way, it shouldn't be going up. That's what we should notice. It shouldn't go up. Now, another thing is I saw there was upgrades. We can actually put in speed upgrades. We might as well. I mean, like, why not, right? So let's open this up. Let's shift right click on it. This guy should now be super fast, which means what we see is, in theory, what we should have, right? Yeah, it does look like it's emptying a lot, which is good, which means we might be able to see it in here happening. Yeah, I think I see stuff happening. I think I see like flint showing up and some bone meal and whatnot. Cool. Nice. Okay, well, I mean, this seems to be working. Did they end up adding back that compacting upgrade? No, they didn't. Or was it compacting or compressing? There was like an upgrade you could get. Was it called an upgrade? Yeah, it was one of these. There was like a compacting upgrade that you could get, but it does not exist. All right, but yeah, cool, awesome. I'm happy. that seems to be pretty good. Now, the main benefit of what we just did is that for starters, the top of this thing can just be ripped apart. I'm pretty sure I can get away with just doing that. Here we go. Now, the reason for doing this is because, let's be honest, it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. And I think we can do a lot better. So that's what we're going to try and do. Are we going to try and do it this episode? I mean, I should, right? Or else it'll probably never happen. I think so. Okay. All right, I'll tell you what. I kind of want to make it out of like logs. Well, here's what I'm sort of thinking. I'm sort of thinking like almost like a warehouse, like an oval shape like that, going all the way along here. That's sort of what I'm picturing in my head. And I think to do that, what we can sort of find a little bit of a loophole in is if I get like a big tree. Oh, there's actually a lot of cool trees you can get. Hold on, Tree of Time, Robust Twilight. Can we get that massive Twilight tree? Is that what this one is? I don't think it is. It could be. What I'm thinking is if we do like a big spruce tree, for example, I can farm that, right? And then I'm pretty sure we can use the Philosopher's Stone to like change things about it, right? There's a lot we can do. We could do cherry if we wanted. Oh, the door's open. We can do whatever we want. We could even do like cinnamon. Yeah, what do we want to do here? We'll do some cherry, maybe. Oh, that made all my dirt puzzle. Sure. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just, you know, a little bit blah. Anyhow, can we go in here? Grab this. Hopefully we get enough saplings back. I think you do, right? Yeah, no. It doesn't look like it, unless some fell, but I don't think they did. Oh, well anyway. Well, I guess the benefit is then I farm like this, right? Just a normal tree, and then that gives me enough, right? Yeah, look at that. We're pros. So yeah, the benefit here isn't just we could make a giant base out of spruce, but I'm thinking we can like switch it around with the Philosopher's Stone. We'll have to see, obviously. But yeah, do we want to do cherry as well? I mean, I guess we will. I don't know if they grow like that. I didn't think they did, but oh, they're very beautiful trees, aren't they? Oh, we might place just a few around the island just for like the visuals. All right, so for example, I think we place a cherry wood like right in the middle here, right? Instantly, our island looks way better. The next thing we do is we try and build something over here. So how are we gonna do it, right? Here's what I'm thinking. We do something a little bit like this, and then I don't know. And then maybe we like bring it across. I mean, All right, we're making some progress. The next thing I think I want some of these frame panels. So we'll also probably need framed cubes because I don't think... No, we don't have patterns for this, so we'll grab that. That'll be fine. We might need like sticks and stuff as well. Because I mean, we've got sticks, but I'm sure it doesn't hurt to add some substituting there. Substitute for sticks and then planks. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure out what we do for planks because I don't think we have much, to be completely honest. And then these patterns are obviously going to go in here. Boom, boom, boom. And then if I search framed, hopefully I can order some frame panels. How many can I get? See, we need more planks, but we don't have a lot of planks. Let me see if I can allow substitutes. I don't think I can, but we can try it. We'll see if that somehow uses any other type of plank, because in the plank department, well, I guess we don't have much in the plank department either, but like we could, you know what I mean? Like there we go. We've got some there. So now what's it saying? Okay, we'll try to use the archwood. Okay, cool. So, with that in mind, I should be able to add a recipe for spruce into spruce planks, and then we can just farm a bunch more spruce. That should be pretty easy to do. So we can chuck that stuff in there. And then framed, we obviously want the frame panels. And, okay, sure, interesting. Planks, spruce. All right, we got a bit more spruce. Is that enough? What do we think? Framed panel, boom, 1,000. No, it's still. I don't know why it doesn't order the spruce planks. It just doesn't want to. It's like nah, I won't bother. All right, there we go. We can order 1,000, and then that should hopefully be enough to get these frame panels. I would hope. How many do we need? A few more. A few more. All right, we've ordered that. So the frame panels should be getting crafted, but they're not really. And the reason they're not really is because I don't actually know. I don't actually know why they're not. I'll be honest. I think it's not able to use the different wood, even though like that's what we're trying to do. I don't think it's allowed to. Yeah, have a look here. Oh, well, actually, it looks like it is. Yeah, it is. It's just, I don't know. It wasn't showing up in there. Okay, sure. Yeah, whatever. Maybe they were sharing the same, yeah, they were probably sharing the same molecular assembler. I think that's what was happening. So anyhow, we now have a bunch of frame panels. So what do we do with these? Well, I'm thinking we place them inside like this, right? Because then we can have a layer of, you know, a different type of block. So for example, if we wanted to, they could be like stone bricks as well. I kind of want to do that, but I realize that probably won't look too cool. We could also do like blue ice. I mean, it's weird, but it might be fun. You know, it might just be like, look, a little bit of blue ice. Whoa. So that's an option. We could do that. Do we want to? I kind of do, to be completely honest. And another thing is, I think if I building gadget this, can we do that? I think, yeah, brings the blue ice with it. So we can actually pretty much build this entire thing at once, right? If assuming that I can grab all the blue ice out without being rudely interrupted by everything else. But I should be able to do like this, right? And it's going to make a big wall of blue ice. I mean, look, it's weird. I get that, but I think it works. As in, like, I don't think it's bad. It's just kind of new, I guess. Just kind of a bit weird, a bit wacky. Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot. Let's see how it ends up looking in the long run. It looks like we need some more of the framed goodies, so we'll grab some of those out. But for the most part, I think we're pretty much where we need to be. That is, however, on the wrong side, so let's go ahead and undo that. And we'll have to at least make another one so that it is on the right side. So there we go. Select that again so that it's facing the right direction. And then we should be able to get away with doing a little bit of this. How cool is that? Nice. So the big warehouse is, you know, nearing completion. Obviously, it's not entirely finished just yet. I'm wondering as well, can I just rotate this? Would that... Oh, yeah, that would work too. I guess that's probably easier, arguably. Now, we do need ways in and out, obviously. So, what are we thinking for that? Do we think we do something like this? And then potentially, what we can do as well is we can grab these pillars and I can actually place them like this, right? Oh, not like that. But we can place them up here. My worry is, how do we deal with this like corner at the top? I don't really know if we have the technology for that. Do we have like a framed, you know, corner that we can slap in there? I don't think so, Oh, actually, I think a half stair is what we want, right? Yeah, I think genuinely this is what we want, a half stair. So we can chuck that in there, go half stair, grab out some of these, and then I think almost that's what we want. We do also have the framed half pillar. That might be what we want, maybe. We'll give it a test run, because obviously this kind of doesn't really work. If I were to place the half pillar, it's just sort of a box there. Oh, and actually, I just realized these pillars aren't even in the corner. Yeah, we're not even using the thing that I want to be using here. Hold on, I think the half stairs work. What I want to be using is the corner pillar. There we go. Completely different block. As you can see, completely different. And then the half stair works. Okay, there we go. Completely different situation. That goes there. And then all we need is the slab edge. That guy's going to go right there. How cool is that? So then this stuff, if we want it to be, can be more of this spruce. I still feel like this isn't intentionally, like, isn't exactly what I want, but like, does that look pretty... I feel like this looks pretty silly, doesn't it? What we could try as well is we could try like this. You know how they add like the corners, right? We could add some corners, eh? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? You know what? I'm currently working on things, okay? There's been a lot of ripping stuff up, placing stuff down, okay? There's been a lot of it. And we're actually out of cobble, as far as I can tell. So we actually, well, we need more cobble. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly I need. I think I just need some buckets of water, which, to be honest, I probably should have done this a little while ago, which is fill up a bunch of water, just to, you know, keep us covered for a little while at least. But yeah, we'll upgrade this guy to the diamond tier, so tier 5. It doesn't appear to go to tier 6, so tier 5 should hopefully be enough. If not, we're going to have to do a little bit of work. So we'll open this guy up. It could also be that we didn't have the pipe upgrade in, now that I'm sort of thinking back to it. But I think we're good. So round robin, that guy, these should hopefully fill up. Yeah, I'll be honest, I think I just didn't have the upgrade in. But regardless, we should be good now. I should hopefully have sand coming back in the system, because that's been gone for a little while. Okay, we can now make a tinkerer's workbench. This is sort of what I was trying to make just there. And we want this guy to try out some of these different iron bars. I'm thinking these could be fun. Look, I'm not sure if they will be, but I was thinking they could be, okay? So we'll get like 4 of each of these and like test them out. Probably not all of them, because I don't know, some of them don't look that cool, I guess. Alright, out of these, I'll be honest, they all sort of look a little bit meh. Except for, I feel like these ones in the top left kind of just look nice. You know what I mean? Just big crossed bars. The rest of them, I mean, they'd have their place. I don't think they're really working at the moment. Okay, so assuming that I connect some of these ones that didn't connect properly, what are we thinking of this? I mean, like, it's not the greatest again, but I think it looks not. I think it looks better than nothing. So yeah, we're gonna do this to be honest. I'm quite a fan of them. We're gonna grab the middle chains this time and see if that sort of fixes that issue I was having on the edges. The answer is no. It didn't fix these edges here, which are a little bit annoying. Our system's offline, by the way, and to be honest with you, don't fully understand why. This guy's hooked up to the first network. Well, I guess the issue is... What? Oh, the issue is we're out of uraninite. We should still be able to access some, assuming we've got some... Well, we should have some here, but assuming we process them, it would be in here, but it's not. So I guess we'll manually grab this out, go ahead and chuck it in there to get smelted, and then we'll see how that goes. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Alright, stack of this stuff's made. That should hopefully get our system up and running again. Maybe, if we're lucky. Yeah, a little bit confused by everything going down at the moment. We definitely need to sort our power issue out, especially now that this is still an issue, even though we disconnected like the system over there. Yeah, like we still don't have the power. Let me know where you think my power is currently going. You know what? It's probably these machines, right? Because these they do use a lot, to be completely honest. Yeah, lots of honesty. Completely honest, yep, lots of it. What we could do here, if we wanted to, is we could set these. I guess, yeah, if I do 2, then they'll just be off. No, I'm not sure. Regardless, though, it looks like maybe we got a little bit more anyway. Yeah, it looks like we're back online. Not sure. I think we just need more power. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna try and like put an entrance here. All right, well this is pretty much it. Look. I agree. It's pretty hideous, to say the least. Okay. Too bad. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do at all. In terms of the roof up here, genuinely not sure what to do. Do I just do like this? Maybe. I guess that doesn't look too bad. We're gonna do this. Yep. Awesome. Nice. We've built a wonderful roof. I'll tell you what. Does it at least look better than nothing? Right? Do you think we can get this to work? Because I think it does look nice. There's a few bits that are a little bit off. For example, like right here. I think we just need to... We're probably gonna have to move some stuff, obviously, because this sort of doesn't really... Like things are in the way, right? Like this needs to be over there, right? We need to move this guy over as well. We'll have the 3 in here. That'll look nice. And then these machines here, they just need to be like repositioned. Arguably like repositioned up on this wall over here. So that we have all the machines in sort of one room. I think it can work. And I think it won't look too bad once we, do clean up some of this stuff. Because realistically, I'm building a building around like already placed stuff. So it just doesn't look right. But I think it can, okay? And I don't necessarily think that we've done a bad thing. Okay, well anyhow, I'm going to wrap it up here. Because, a lot of this was done trying to troubleshoot what wouldn't look completely hideous. And I think this doesn't look completely hideous. So I think we've got something here. I think as well, what would definitely help is putting like some lamps around. Whether we use redstone lamps or whether we even use chipped redstone lamps, because we do have the option to make them look pretty nice. Ew, in the Tinkerer's workbench too, which is the one we just made. Hold on. Yeah, we can make them look like any of this, you know what I mean? So we can have them look, I don't know, interesting, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love a few design suggestions around this stuff. I won't necessarily go with them, I'll be honest. But, we can try some stuff out, I imagine. I'm kind of thinking we do like these. And what I'm thinking, hold on, is like we place them in here. Maybe. And then, I don't know how we light them up. Maybe we get like, do we have the switches and gauges? No, I don't think we do. Right? No, it doesn't look like it. Because I'd love to have a little redstone... something emitting a tiny bit of redstone that I can just place on this thing, but I don't necessarily think I can do that. Framed redstone torch, it's a cool idea. Framed redstone block. Hold on. Framed redstone block. So if I grab this, and I break this, and I place this, and then I place this. Oh, cool, 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 cool. Hold on. And that obviously lights it up. So then my question is, bear with me. Can I place the lamp in there? I can. It doesn't light it up though, sadly. I thought we found a loophole to the system. So realistically, I would break this, place that, place this. And that works pretty well. And then it sort of like doesn't look as bad. Maybe. Or the alternative, hold on. Bear with me as we do a little bit more troubleshooting. The alternative is we place the lamps here, right? As like a little bit of a, I don't know. I don't think that looks as good, to be completely real with you. I don't know. We'll figure it out, I'm sure. Anyhow, you know what could even look good? Just not having them there, you know? Just getting rid of them and getting rid of the corners and just having them be square. No, I think these do add just that little bit. Anyhow, we did some pretty good progress. This setup, I think, is very neat and very tidy. We clearly need to work on our production in terms of, you know, everything else, pretty much, like power and whatnot. But yeah, I'm sure this looks... You know what I think might be the issue? It's like nighttime. You know what I mean? Hold on. Just real quick. Just bear with me. Is this going to look nice? What's this? You bugger off. Maybe not. I was trying to find paper. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's paper in the pack, like to place, but I was trying to find that. I think it looks somewhat cool. I don't know. I'll see you guys in the next one. Try to go easy on me in the comments. All right, goodbye.